Hi, I'm Ankna, and today I'm here with a project share for the DT submission for elegant embellishments, and it is a fairly big project, so I would be holding my camera throughout the video, so I am really sorry if I make anyone dizzy. And regarding me, I have been crafting for about 3 years, but I've been on YouTube for past almost 1 year. It will be 1 year in March, and I just love doing all sort of crafty experiments, may it be shabby chic, mixed media, or any sort of style, steampunk. I just love experimenting with things. So, and you can check that out in my past videos as well. I have tried to do different things, and I just cannot stick to one particular style. And so these are some of the things that I have used in my project. Some of the beautiful laces. One is this white gorgeous lace, which I have cut into separate appliques and used, and then these leaves that I have cut apart again from here and used as an applique in the project. And I will show you as I go along the project. And I used these tiny dangling flowers as well. And then I used this rectangular doily for the lampshades or the lanterns that I have made out of candlestick holder and these doilies. So now I'm gonna lift up my camera, and it is a fairly big project, so it will be a little difficult for me to shoot. So this is the enchanted garden that I have made. And starting from the top right here, I have a cute little birdie here sitting on the top of a word that says dream. And I just used, this was the wooden letter plaque sort of thing, and then I just texture painted it. I used a very pale pink paint and mixed some sand in it, and then I texture painted this entire thing. And then I used some of these tiny daisy flowers and some of the flower trim that I showed you right here. I just cut up one section and it was used here. And then the leaves one was used here, this one, and it was used on E. And then one more tiny daisy flower here, and some again that flower, dangling flower here with some pearls in the center. And then I used these hearts, pearl hearts, and I filled it with some liquid pearls. And then I made these wings out of cardstock and texture painted it. It is triple layered wings. And then I just used some of my liquid pearls again on top here. And then coming down here, I have some of this beautiful lace, which I already showed you, and I just cut up one single things. I just used some tulle to go around all the way around the corners, and then I used these lace pieces in between every scallop, and then I topped it with some pearl string. And then there are some big flatback pearls in white and cream all the way here. And basically this structure was made out of some computer boxes in which you get laptops, and they are pretty sturdy, and they can hold a good amount of weight. So they were just lying around, and I just wanted to use them because they were in such a good quality, and I wanted some sturdy base for the project. This project was in my mind from a long time, so I just decided to give it a shot. So by the end of the video, I would try to show you the back side of this box, which I haven't covered for the sake of the video, so that I can show you that it is actually a laptop box. And by the end of the video, I will definitely show you that. And at the back here inside, I just used some paper from my stash, and it was like a wooden wall kind of a thing, and I just used my texture paste right there. And this was a homemade texture paste out of baking soda and some glue and some paint, and then I just sprayed it all along and just dabbed some of my texture paste here and there. So you can see a lot of texturing here. I'm sorry. And there's a tiny little birdie here sitting on a branch right there. So that's there. And at the sides of the project also, I have some texture painting like so, like the wall, and I just inked it and sprayed it to give it an old shabby look. And then the top structure was again made with wood. This and the top part is made of wood, which I cut with the help of my husband, and it looks like this from inside. And then I just texture painted everything over here as well, and then I used these metal filigrees and some flat back flower buttons over here. And these are some of the paper flowers that I punched out and inked them, and then I just distressed the edges with some brown ink, and then I used a pearl in the center. And all those flowers are handmade flowers, paper flowers, and those white roses right there are also my handmade roses, and those are fabric roses. And then the yellow and the pink flowers right there are some of the flowers like these. And I just opened it out, and I used these petals individually. I just folded it in 3 like so, and then used it. I just stuck it right there because they were too big for sticking there. So I just folded it and created my own flowers. And then coming down to the canopy, my favorite part that I made, I was going through Pinterest the other day, and I saw some beautiful canopies that people made for their homes and for their personal uses. So I just thought that why not give it a shot and make some for the crafting purpose. And I wanted some kind of a cherub or some beautiful picture to sit inside it. And being a mother of a really cute child, I decided to use my own son's picture. So I just printed out this picture, and I just loved this picture of his. And then I stuck it on some chipboard, and I painted the chipboard black, and then I stuck some wings right here. These are the metal wings with some studs in the center. And then I made this wand out of this, and I just used it, and I cut the ends of that, and I just stuck it here, so it gave a look of magic wand in his hand. And then on top of the canopy, I used a moon and a star as an embellishment, and I just these were the metal charms, and I just used some of my what do you call it, I just can't remember. I'll let you know afterwards. I embossed it. I'm sorry, I got it. Yeah, I embossed them give it a more silverish tone. And for the canopy, I used some chipboard for the circle, and there is a hook inside right here on which the canopy is hanging, and it does move and it does swing. So then I use some of the laces right here, and there are some butterflies. These are my hand punched butterflies, and I use some liquid pearls in the center. And for the canopy down here, I use some little bit of felt at the bottom, and then I adhered these gorgeous tiny rosettes, and then there are pearls in the center, and then there's some butterflies inside here and in front here, and then there is some frills that is going all around, and then there is a pearl string which goes all around the canopy. So this was a fun part. And I use some tulle at the back and some pearl some pearl strings at the back as well. I'll just turn it around and show it to you like so. And then I use some vinyl, and it looks like this, and it has some wire in the center, so it becomes really easy to mold it the way you want to roll it. So I just made it around foot pad or footrest over here out of it, and then I use some pink pearl in the center to kind of match the canopy. And then I made this picket fencing, because the picket fencing which are available in the market are pretty small, and this project was big and I couldn't find the right size, so I decided to make my own. And these are made out of popsicle sticks. Then there are some butterflies, and these are some of the pots, flower pots, or you get it along with seeds. So I just painted it white and used some moss right here under this, and then I adhered these flowers on top on all three of them, and then I use some vines which goes all around this pillar, and also on top and back on which the flowers are dangling or hanging. And then there are some flowers right there down at the bottom, and there are some pigeons, acrylic pigeons, which I got as a gift from Elizabeth Russell, and this is also there. And then I have a bird bath here with some cherubs and some beautiful vintage designs, and I just filled it with some glossy accents. And then there are some flowers in it, and there are two birds, right there, and then there is a butterfly as well. There you go. And there are some pearls, and I sprinkled some glitter in the center, some of the white glitter. And then for the base over here, I just I just painted the box all white. It was a black box, and then I used my texture paste, my garden tile texture stencil, and I just texture pasted it all around. And then in between the lines of the space of these rocks, I adhered this moss, which was the most difficult part, and it took me about 4 to 5 hours at a stretch to adhere or stick it in between, and so that the tiles are visible through them. And so this is the base, and there are some pearls scattered here and there, some flowers, birds, And then I made these candlestick holders. I just texture painted them, used some flowers here with some pearl strings coming out, and then some pink ribbon which I used at the bottom right there and on top here and here. And then I used this rectangular doily right there, and I just stuck both the ends of this doily like so, and so it became a cup like a thing. And then I just crunched the bottom and I stuck it inside the candlestick holder, and it gave a nice like so, it gave a nice hollow space for me to put a candle inside it. And then there is this gorgeous lady standing right here, and she's collecting some flowers from the garden. And this does have some tea lights inside, which you can obviously light and put here at the corners, and it has on both the corners like so. And it looks really gorgeous, in the evening when you switch on the lights, when there is dim lights in the house and you switch on this, it looks really pretty. So I guess this is pretty much of my project. And oops, I forgot to tell you, I used this metal note here, and it says, "Know in your heart you are loved." And I just used some pearls right there, and there's a butterfly again here. So I guess this is pretty much it, and I will just put my camera down and I will turn around the entire project and show you that it was really a box, a computer box. So let me just try to turn this around without breaking anything. Oops. Like so, it was a computer box, and I will be painting this complete white. So that's there, and that is the top, and it has all the flowers and vines. And now I'm gonna turn this around. Yeah, so this is it, and I'm so sorry for the shakiness of the video. It was a very big project for me to shoot. So I just hope everybody likes it, and if you have any questions, just leave me in the comments below and I will get back to you. And thank you so much for watching.